Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Sable. So, when we last left off, we were kind of just wandering really. In fact, we'd been doing a lot of that recently, and we'd explored 3 whole chunks of the map. Well, I say explored, we'd gotten the map of 3 chunks of the map. I have no idea whether we properly explored these places or not. But we have been doing some interesting exploration. For instance, we found the whale, which from what I can tell seems to be a crashed spaceship Ark type thing. And it seems like there's a lot of smaller pods that came off of it, and we found one there, we found one here, and we found one here. And I'm assuming, as we know for a fact there are 6 of them, that the other 3 areas down here are going to house those other 3 places. What that ultimately leads to seems to be some sort of bike upgrade, so that'll be useful. Aside from that, yeah, we've mostly just been exploring around, helping people where we can, which is kind of the point of the whole thing, really. Oh, excuse me, at least as far as I can tell. So yeah, in general, it is just a case of, well, we've got a few places we can explore right now, so we might as well. Where the hell is my bike? It is, there it is, okay. So yeah, we are off. So I'm thinking, let's start by exploring this place. And maybe we'll find a few more quests, maybe we'll find a few items, this, that, and the other. There's some big bells. There's a big bell, right. Hello, I haven't seen one of you guys for a while. Hello, Sable. 100 messages 0. Oh. Well, okay then. Let's say hi to people. Can't thank you enough for your help there. Ah, you're the guy I saved, and you're presumably like the person who would have sent me to save him had I not found him first. Okay. Bashir looks ready to hug me. Thank you so much. I don't know what you said to him. Oh no, he's the guy who would have sent me. But he said he's given up solo climbing unless they're very safe. Bashir didn't say much to persuade Mika. A bit of slippery moss did the work for me. He laughs and thanks me again. I'm really happy to have him home. Thank you. I wish Bashir and Mika the best and go on my way. Yeah, because I kind of already got the reward for that. Glider! I wish I was still gliding. Being a grown-up is terrible. Okay, tell me about the camp. We're just nomads passing through. The 5 bells is for those of us trying to avoid the hustle and bustle of Ecria over there. Just too many people, too much going on. I prefer to keep company with the crickets. So yeah. Alright, so what have you got in terms of stuff? Ooh. Well, okay then. Might as well. Is there anything I can sell? Like, I've got a whole bunch of these things, but I don't know if I should be keeping them for quests or selling them for cash. And that's kind of the problem at the moment. I actually don't know. Okay, you've got nothing. I might go up there just to have a look, see if there is anything. But it doesn't look like there's much else here. It's just a small little camp that's out of the way, which is fine. As he said, some people don't like the hustle and bustle of big cities. I could agree. I'm pretty much a small town kind of guy myself. Mostly because, you know, that's where you grew up. Certainly was in my case. I mean, I didn't live in like a tiny town. It's not like I lived in like a village. I did live in a town with a decently large population, but still. I've only ever been to big cities a few times in my life. It's fine. I think I kind of got the best of both worlds because I like it quiet and I could deal with hustle and bustle. I just prefer not to. That's a personal preference. Hello, little wormy thing, whatever the hell you are. Chum. Right, so there's the city, we know about that. And this is the snake thing. Which, now that I'm seeing it up close, yeah, that does not look natural in the slightest. What is that? Looks like it might be the head. Yeah, looks like that's the head. Okay. Well, there's that then. Doesn't seem to be anything else around here. Nope, nothing much. Nothing much. It's fine. I've got it. I want to have a look at this snake thing before I head into the big city, because the big city's probably going to have a lot. So yeah, they call it like the desert serpent or something like that. Yeah, this ain't natural. This is a cable, but I don't know what it's feeding or where it's go. Oh, actually, it looks like it goes around down the other side of the city. This thing is so twitchy. I wonder if I can like go in there and race my thing along it. That'd be cool. And again, maybe not. Can I climb it? I wonder. These a thing? They are a thing. A fallow pomegranate. I don't actually know if I can climb this thing, but I'm gonna try. Because why wouldn't I, right? Not quite. Close, but not quite. Guess not, huh? Well, it was worth a look. Whoop. Okay, very good. Right, let's have a look, see, at this town, see if we can work out where the way in is. Ecria. Ooh, hello. Need something fast? Reliable? Both? Neither. We've got all sorts of bike parts just for your glider. Ooh, oh, some of that's very expensive. It's designed for pulling things across long distances. Commonly used for transporting large ship parts. Scrappers are often seen with these. So there's large amounts of energy for pulling objects across the dunes. So there's ones for pulling. Can I pull things? Metal frames on the side used for hauling gear. Small frames allow for micro adjustments. Huh. I don't know if this is actually like needed stuff or if it's just like things I can use that are cosmetics. Gray is a climber in Ekra. He smells awful and his mask is about to fall off. Okay. You, Glider. My name is Maz. I have a problem and I wonder if you can help me. There's a voice like burnished steel. Despite the softness he tries to inject into his entreaty, the tone of a man more used to orders than requests. He yeses for him to continue. I can at least hear him out. It's my son. He sighs. He's been held by the crane guard. They caught him tampering with the water supply. Puts his hands up to reassure me before I can speak any doubt. He was only trying to tap the supply, not taint it. He aimed to bring us a better source of water, one that would benefit us immensely. That sounds like a crime. Is that really a crime? By crane law, this is illegal, yes, but if we follow crane law, we would all die of thirst waiting on some functionary to make the slightest effort. He sighs and crosses his arms, taking a step back. It is hard to tell if he's already defeated or if he's trying to tamp down some rising hope. I won't work to convince you. If it sounds like too much, I understand, but someone needs to stand against this. For several reasons, it cannot be me. Not this time. Can you help? Maybe. I'm not sure what I expect, but the solemn nod I receive catches me off guard. He steps close to me and places a hand on my shoulder. There is something else, something you must know, and that I hope will not break the bond we've made. Have you ever heard tell of the Shade of Ecria? No. The Shade of Ecria? A hero of the people, and a bane to those who would subjugate them. Dark as the night itself, smooth as black silk, and fueled by the flames of vengeance. A legend in this wretched city. Oh wait, no, I did hear that. Wasn't there like a... I can't remember if it was like a diary or something. Somebody mentioned something about... yeah, I think I remember vaguely commenting about it. Oh, they're Batman or something like that. Though to ask the guard, or those who line their pockets, the Shade is a menace and a smuggler. I ask what he thinks. I think he was a man doing his best to right the wrongs of the powerful. But I might be biased. I am the Shade of Ecria. I barely have time to look impressed before he adds, and for today, so are you. What? When I retired, I hid the mask of the Shade. But even though the Shade was gone, the rumors, the legend, persisted. A glider could not convince the guard to free my son. But the Shade? Oh, the mere sight of him, they are liable to give you what you want. Maz points to the markings on the nearby wall. See this? Head to the town gate, look for this symbol. It'll lead you to the mask. Collect the mask and return to me. Then we stage the rescue. Farewell, Glider. No, I don't see any marking on the wall. Oh, that marking. Okay. So apparently I'm going to become Batman now. So that's fun. Oh no, what am I going to do? We've lost power in town. The merchants have started hiking their prices and now I can't afford my tea. Switch to coffee. This is a disaster. No power means no filtered water. The oasis water isn't clean enough to drink on its own. Okay, so that's obviously the way in. Is there anything else around the edge of the map, or... Well, that looks like a service entrance, maybe? Or not. Presumably this is a place where I can tweak my vehicle if I want to. Hamza is the merchant in Ekria. He's busy tidying up the workshop. Looks like someone has ransacked the place. What can I do for you, Glider? What happened here? Hamza explains that this happened a few nights ago. He got no idea who did it. Could be related to the power going out. Seems more resigned than concerned about having his workshop ransacked, and indicated that he doesn't know who or why someone would do such a thing. Not sure I'm convinced by his ignorance, but I let it go. Anything else? Okay, guess not. Kind of figured that might spawn a quest or something. Some sort of... water. Suppose that would be pretty important in a desert. Ooh. Green Guard trousers. Very nice. Oh. Oh, really? God damn it. There's no way to swim faster. I just go at this speed constantly and forever. No. Come on. Camera's got a mind of its own in this game. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. Let's see what's down here, shall we? Because there's got to be a way out of this somehow. We're also got to see if we can get to that chum thing. Yay. Alright. Anyone around? Anything I can nab or, you know, both? I make the best glass this side of C-Split. C-Split? I've heard of that place before. Well, normally I do. The power cut has put my workshop completely out of commission. I need my furnace to work. It's not like casting my little pots in sand. I've got a terrible backlog of order already. Bike parts, ships, pots, architecture, you name it. Yeah, so this place is apparently dealing with a power cut. I wonder if we can help with that. Because it seems as though the power cut would help everybody, rich and poor alike. But yeah, this definitely feels like a place with some sort of class society going on. Quite like it when the power's off. There's a sense of peacefulness to it. They're just walking into a wall for some reason. Power means a lot of businesses stop completely, but some market traders seem to have been able to take advantage of the situation, and deliveries are being busier than ever. Aria and her kind always seem to know how to squeeze blood from a stone. But this feels like things have worked out too well for them. Maybe don't tell anyone I said that. We have some political intrigue, it would seem. Any cuss to spare? Anything would be appreciated, Glider. Here you go, have 50. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I hope good karma will come back. Probably not, but who knows. This place is so big, I'm genuinely having trouble getting a sense for it. The guy murmuring about pomegranates to himself as I approach. When he notices me, he clams up, stands to attention. Can I help? You mentioned pomegranates? God seems to perk up at the mention of the word. Yes, have you tried one? They sell them in the Sarai outside town. Unbelievable, magical. Each seed a burst of watery coolness. Continues to espouse his clear obsession with the fruit, and I notice his mouth salivating a little. I was going to offer him one, just passing by. I think I got some in my inventory. Hello. Mm-hmm. Nice. A little bit of extra cash, every little helps and all that. Fair point. Ooh. The guard towers over me. I can't tell if I've somehow committed some kind of transgression as he looks me over. He seems to be contemplating a decision of some sort, and mutters something unintelligible under his breath. Hello? He seems to refocus as I speak, as if remembering that I'm a living being. You'll do. I have something in mind for you. Let's make good use of you. Me? I ask him how. Well, you're a glider, by your very nature an outsider. You belong to nothing and to no one, and therefore you are capable of an uncommon objectivity. I wonder if I should share my myriad of popular, unpopular, or deeply subjective opinions, but decide to spare him. He seems to have much more to say. My name is Sandip, and I'm in the middle of a very serious investigation. There are few I can trust. You may have noticed that we find ourselves without power, yes? I did notice that. It's no accident. Someone stole the power core from out of the atomic heart, and the perpetrator eludes me still. I thought perhaps you might be able to help me solve this crime and bring the thief to justice. Yeah, I'll help. I've already begun to picture myself darting in and out of the shadows, tracking the elusive power thief through the city. In my mind, I am swiftness and smoke, a creature of cunning and dexterity. Then Sandpit hands me a rusted heap. This is an old power core. Scrap, really. But if you bring this to the mechanist for me, he can fix it. We can get this town going again. But while you're there, I want you to ask if he has any idea who might want to steal things like this, and why. I'd ask myself, but people are less forthcoming to the guards. You get it. I see I've made the right choice. Report back when you've taken care of this, yes? I'll be waiting. I say goodbye to Sandip. Curious. So it isn't just a general power outage, it's out and out a thief on the loose. It's a disaster. No power means no filtered water. The oasis water isn't clean enough to drink on its own. Who did this? Have you found out who it was yet? Are we under attack? Alright, so we got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Well, that didn't bloody work. Sorry. You've already had 50, mate. I can't keep giving you money. I get it. You're poor, you're homeless, but usually those things go somewhere. You know, thinking about it, that's kind of fucking messed up, isn't it, in a video game sense? You give money to, like, a homeless person or someone asking for charity, And games have actually trained you to expect something back from that. How fucking messed up is that? This is Rita, the owner of the Overhang Cafe. I have questions about the power cut. I don't think I'll be of much help to your investigation. Where were you when the power went? Same place I am every day. Here in the cafe. Now, I don't think I should be too forthcoming about that. You said I needed to go and see the mechanist? This place is such a maze, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find him again. Oh no, I found him. He's down here. Hamza says, hello, what can I do for you, Glider? Delivery. Hamza smirks, but his expression is warm. Got you running errands, huh? People love to give me errands. Yes, that'll happen to a glider. Suppose folks see them as having that sort of directionless liberty that means you aren't interrupting anything if you ask that they fetch you something. I'll drop this off with Sandip when it's good and ready. Anything else? Questions about the power cut? Any idea why someone might have taken the core? He crosses his arm and looks down, thinking. Power is the lifeblood of everything we do as machinists, and our work exists to uplift the past and secure the future. Power supports the machines, and machines are bound to the people. I nod, listening. If you want to take power from people, then you wish to make people powerless. You look sad at this. So I think you'll be looking for someone who cares little for the common person. Any idea who did it? If I had to say? He touches a hand to his chin. Ira, the merchant. I tell him I'm listening and he shuffles his feet, getting close to me. His voice lowers to a low rumble. Ira and her ilk run this town. The markets are their locus of control, and they've got their claws in the food stocks. Now, imagine, if you will, what happens when the power goes down. All of a sudden, folks are stockpiling food, and Ira and her lot are hiking up the prices. And there's not a damn thing any of the rest of us can do. You should look into Ira. You'll find her weaving her web of corruption from above the beetle market across the bridge. You'll have to persuade her god to let you pass, though. Ooh, I got a suspect. Okay. I was in the workshop, sleeping. I most want to sleep here lately, if I'm honest. I've been the coast, no, I didn't notice that anything was wrong. Oh, because I'm a mechanist, that's why. And not one of us, no matter how different we may seem, would ever be caught dead without a backup generator. So I had a few hours of good rest before I was caught wise. Interesting. One thing I do want to check, actually. I should take that in because that would probably net me a whole bunch of cash. Show me the mark of the shade. He told me to head to the town gate. Look for the mark. It will lead me to the mask of the shade. So is it this? Or is it that? Because I've seen that dotted around the place, but I've also seen this. Ah, so this was actually the main entrance of the place, was it? Well then. Sam picked rocks from the balls of his feet to heels and back, pleased. Good news, Hamza finished his work on the spare power core. Could use your help with it if you've got a moment. I can help. Perfect. I'd like you to take the new core to the atomic heart and plug it in. While you're there, see if you can't pick up any clues about who may have stolen the original, yes? Clues? What sort of clues? What sort? Well, you know, something out of place. I ask how he does it as a guard. You like tapestry, yes? I nod. Have you looked at a big, beautiful, ornate tapestry and been so impressed with its craftsmanship, and then just suddenly found your eyes drawn to a tiny little snag, just one thing out of place? Clues are like that. Hamza left a keycard for you. You'll need it to unlock the front door. Central chamber is processed by a security code, but I'm sure you'll find your own way in. The thief managed to somehow. To get to the atomic heart, head over to the substation just outside of town and follow the power cable that runs through and under the sand. See you soon, hopefully with news. Oh, is that what it is? So this thing... Right. Okay. Okay. One thing I am wondering, considering I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere. Sure it was around here. I remember seeing that there, and I saw it somewhere else, like one of these pillars or something. I'm wondering if this is what I've got to follow. That. There it is. Ooh, and there's a worm up there. That's useful. Alright. Let's keep it going. So there should be another. Ah. Well, we're getting a lot of these things. I still have no idea what these are for yet. If I'm even going to get anything from them, or if it's all just like, well... Yep. So we know that... Hello. Woo, that's kind of creepy. Well then. That would explain it. That's why it's like circles, you know, a circle full of circles, because it's like, well, eyes. Ah. You say camera, come on, stay still. I know you love to be in a very particular place, but the fact is you're a free camera. You don't have to keep doing everything you're told. Unless it's by me. See, I feel like that's a thing, but I'm not sure how to, like, whether we start there and go that way, or... I don't know. At this point, no idea. I don't actually know if running first does give you a speed boost or not. Like, I genuinely don't know that. Okay, well, considering how hard that was to get, I imagine that's going to become important in some way. I don't know how, but I just sort of imagine that. I see a pot. Right, let me just... follow the cable, it says. I guess we'll do that. I'm assuming, just sort of based on what I vaguely know about this game so far, the cable is presumably part of, like, the ship that crashed, obviously. I would guess, at least in some way, as a part of it. So I'm assuming the town probably spawned because there was power at the end of the cable. I would imagine. Why is it still there? Like you said, follow the cable to the end of the track. Well, I'm doing that. Oh, hello. I wonder if that guard... I wonder if I can bribe him with some fallow pomegranates. Probably. I couldn't do it then because I hadn't, like, got into the quest where I needed to do that. Ah, so that's the end of it. Stop for a key card. Hello. Chumdy chum chum. Alright, so this is the totally no one else was able to find it way in then, huh? I am wondering if I'm going to end up getting framed for something at the end of this. I mean, that might happen. The guy was very explicit and all like, hey, try and find a way in. Someone else did. Aha. Looks like they literally broke their way in. Sparks shoot from the wires around the socket, but the damage to the empty socket itself is non-existent as far as I can tell. The culprit took good care in removing the core. Makes sense. If they would steal something so valuable, it would be delicate too. But why the torn up cables? It almost looks staged to me. I slot the new core into the socket. The sound is satisfying. There's a clump of feathers on the floor. Strange. I tried to picture the bird large and powerful enough to carry away the power core, and decide that it is one suspect I can absolutely rule out, though I would very much like to see it. Now this is a clue. A scrap of paper lies discarded on the floor, and when I take it up, I see that it is a promissory note. Somebody, perhaps the culprit, owes money to the merchants. It's possible the culprit dropped it, but who could be so careless at the scene of a crime? I wonder if it is a plant left to throw me off the scene. I was thinking that myself. Let's not take anything too much at face value here. Plain as day, one can see that the high window has been smashed, and it's wide enough for any grown person to make their way inside, though they need to be quite athletic. Most of the glass is on the outside of the chamber. It may have been smashed from inside. Actually, that's a fair point. Which implies there was someone in there. Don't see anything else in the immediate. Looking out for more potential clues, or I don't know, anything at this point. All right. Ugh, excuse me. Oh god, I'm tired. But it's nice to see both sides of the pipe are now green. Looks like he's cleared up. Well, that's something at least. He still looks pissed. And so says hello. Nothing, huh? Well, hopefully everybody should be back to normal now. Sprinkles water, glittering surface, dancing, reflecting like inspiring. Okay. Now what we're going to do is find the entrance. Yep, this is the place. Done it. Ah, glider. You did a brilliant job getting the power back on. I don't know if you can hear it, but there was a tremendous noise. The whole town was delighted. All in a day's work. Your work is appreciated and you are valued. Now, how about a little investigation? Any useful evidence? Discuss physical evidence. What did you find when you searched the heart? The window was smashed. Tell him about the window in the control room where the heart was smashed open. It was presumably how the culprit got inside. Well, yeah, but it was smashed from the inside, not the outside, so that was obviously fake. Whoever it was knew the code. There was a feather. Tell me about the feather I saw on the floor of the heart and suggested the culprit may have left it behind. I said it might have been an accident, and then I paused a moment with some drama and whispered that it could also have been a calling card. Tambit crossed his arms, nodding furiously. I tell him about the note I found on the floor, and that it listed the debts owed to the merchants. Was this left there on purpose, I wonder aloud, or did the foolish culprit drop it by accident? Tambit steeples his fingers in interest. I explained that the socket for the core was in perfect condition, flawless even to one such as myself who is decidedly not an expert. I posit that whoever removed the core knew what they were doing, and didn't want to damage it. Sandpit seems to like the sound of this. Alright, that's enough for now. Carrie will always find work. Blah 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 blah. No, nothing for you. Alright, let's find people who I can talk to about. I could talk to you, couldn't I? Greetings, Glider. Questions about the power cut. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? Whatever the reason, it's been terrible for business. Who do you think did it? People coming and going every day in this town. Could be anybody. That doesn't help. Right, so we need to find people to talk to. At least the place is a bit more bustling and alive. Right. It's 4 o'clock, so we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we'll see if we can put this mystery to bed. Or we'll see if I get it completely fucking wrong. I'm not great at this stuff, but we'll have a round, and ask around and see if we can find any good evidence. Because I think like the feathers and the note, that seems a bit like a plant. Like, oh, the note is the obvious plant, but the feathers are the subtle plant. The fact that the glass was broken from the inside seems to indicate it was probably the guard who hired me at this point. So, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, back in a minute, guys. And we're back. Alright, let's go talking to more people. See if we can find... We also gotta find this Ira woman, whatever her name was. Meet a chime maker called Enyan. Ayan? Chat about Ain's work. Farewell glider. Okay, fair enough. Activity interrupt. Running work is mesmerizing sound from different parts of the world, forming different colors, textures, strengths of glass. Fair enough. Alright, yeah, we need to find this Iria woman, whatever her name was. Because what I'm thinking... I mean, currently she's like my number one-ish suspect. I'm thinking she might be too obvious a suspect, though. You know? So I don't know. I also got to work out where the hell she is. Because this place is big and it's kind of maze-like. So if you don't know specifically where you're going... Ooh, pretty. All the gates are open now, the power's on, so that's good. Oh, yoink. So yeah, I just gotta work out where the bloody hell she is. Did he say something about above the market or something? I don't know at this point. I don't remember where. Hang on. Iria, there it is. Merchant leads her office is found above the beetle market in Ecria. Alright, so we're gonna find the beetle market. That's the exit. Where is the market? A number of times I see people just walking into... Weird. Oh well, it's an indie game. Sometimes you gotta expect stuff like that. Right. Where the heck is the market? I keep running around in circles. This isn't so much the market, this is kind of the industrial area. It's where things are made, not where they're sold. That's where Hannah, power came back online just in time. Ooh. Wait, say that again? I had 2 early stage babies in wombs that could have run out in days. Babies in... Huh. So are kids not, you know, grown in the traditional way here, or... There you go, you're free! Amazing. Because there was a place that was like, it was like a tunnel bit, and there was a guard at the end of it, and I think I can bribe him with pomegranates. Or money, one or the other. I just can't remember where the fuck that is. Because I don't. This place is so bloody maze-like, I'm actually lost. That's it. think. Is this it? Can I help? Can I speak to Iria? Very important person. If I'm going to let a Volothan glider into it today, better be worth my while. 100 cuts, 150 cuts, 50 cuts. Offer a pomegranate? God seems delighted by my offer. Yep, okay. I got in the cheap way. I'm fine with that. A bit smoky in here. Fire is surprised, happy or displeased to see me. It's hard to tell. The guard by her side tenses up as I approach, but Aria signals to them and they relax. My presence is permitted. For now. So you got past Janet. Was it a pomegranate? Or just good old-fashioned cuts? Doesn't matter really, I suppose. Well, you're here now. Yes? I'm going to get myself merchant badges. I have some questions about the power cuts. You have 5 minutes and then I want you gone. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? There is a deeply irritated sigh at the beginning of her speech. It comes out like the hiss of a viper. 2 reasons I can imagine. 1, because there's something to gain from bringing a town to its knees. Now a sharp, annoyed inhale. 2, because power cores fetch a substantial price in illegal markets. Could be one of those, could be both. Don't know. Where were you when the power went out? I can feel her eyes narrow on me. Imagine the drag of her tongue along her upper teeth. She dislikes me very much. I'll ignore the implication of that question, friend. But I was here in the market. Ask around if you like. Any of the guards will vouch for me. Who do you think did it? It'll be some lowlife from the Sarai. Probably that climber fellow, Gary. They say he's, you know, one to speak to when a job needs doing. Though he's not exactly what I'd call discreet. Fellow like that, he won't be the brains behind it. But if I were a scummy little nobody, he's the person I'd hire to get the work done. I'm told you can find him under the bridge outside the town gate. I think I spoke to him. Okay, goodbye. Actually, one thing. Yeah, I will ask about merchant badges. Iris seems completely disinterested in my question. I'm not even sure she heard me. I got to ask again, but she lets out a big sigh. How do you think? What do merchants do? Oh, don't answer that. You can buy them from me. Yes? How much? Apparently I can't. Okay. Okay then. So, yeah, the mechanist guy pointed me to her. She's pointing me to someone else. So I'm wondering if we're going to end up with a few possible suspects. Here's the thing. Out of all the people I can possibly point at, although the guard is probably the true culprit, I don't know if I'll actually be able to point a finger at him. This could be like a 2-part quest, where like part 1 is about accidentally accusing the wrong person. And then later on it'll be all like, oh no, this was the real culprit all along. And then you have to like try to fix what you just fucked up. It could be like that. Or it could be an open-ended one where there is no clear-cut, yes, this is the bad guy. Because games do that a lot too. Or maybe I've just literally got to put the pieces together. I don't know which direction this is going in. But I'm pretty sure the guy I wanted was down here. Can I say hi to you? There it is. Gary grunts hello. I do like how all the names are like slight twists on normal names. Like this guy is clearly called Gary, but it's spelt differently. Because it's like it's obviously based in a future where either some or all of mankind crash landed on this. As I said, it's very Trigun, which is not a bad thing because Trigun is an amazing thing. If you've never watched the anime Trigun, fucking watch it. Subbed or dubbed, doesn't matter, they're both good versions. Questions about the power cut. He scratches himself and spits on the ground before giving me a shrug. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? Gary smells. It's not the worst or most pungent smell, not rot or bile or anything so pointedly awful. No. Gary's smell is like old dust tinged with stale oil and ground into the fabric of old garments, or buried under fingernails. Clings to him and I turn away just a little as he answers me. Heard about a big sale going down in the Sarai recently. Not sure what, but it caused a stir, let's say. Whatever it is, long gone by now. He shrugs, and so I press him a little further, asking if he has any idea who the seller was. As far as I heard, it was some mechanist with a mushroom habit. Not sure how true that is, but let's say it's come up a few times. Could this is it machinist? I feel like it's machinist. I keep want to say mechanist, but it's an A, not an E. Could this machinist be Hamza? I'll add him to my list of suspects. There's more questions. Where were you when the power went out? Cafe. Crossed my arms, mostly out of impatience, but it seems to work on Gary somehow. Alright, I got in a little scrap, so we want to hear. Nothing to do with anything, and probably not your business for sure. Had a fight, power went out, broke it up. Keep my arms crossed. End of the story, got nothing else. He stares at me for a few seconds, and I mistake it for consideration before I realize he's looking at me like I'm stupid. I don't name names, and even if I did, beats me who did this. But more power to him, I say. It's a pause, and then he laughs loudly. Get it? More power to him. I don't get it. No surprise the culprit's still out there with you on the case. Okay. I show Maz the old mask. He barely reacts, but then gently takes it from me and holds it up, so that he and his younger self are nose to nose. He chuckles. I can see why they feared me. It's beautiful. He hands it back quicker than he took it, stopping a daydream before it starts. When you wear the mask of the shade, there is no greater ally than darkness and dread. Wait until nightfall, then proceed to the guard station. Be as quiet as you can, and evade their eyes until the moment you must strike. Then, when the time is right, he hisses the last bit, dripping with venom. Show them the shade. I shiver. Put the shade mask on and let them know when you're ready to do this. Let me know when you're ready to do this. Farewell, glider. So yeah, it looks like our accusations are running around in circles. We've got... No, the machinist is pointing fingers at the merchant. The merchant is pointing fingers at the drunk, I guess. And the drunk is pointing fingers at the machinist. So, yeah, we've got accusations running around in circles. I'm assuming it's... maybe it's one of them, maybe it's none of them. But I'm assuming based on that, that's probably all we got. Assuming you don't have anything to add. No, okay. Well, who do I think did it? Where is... actually, where the bloody hell is the... Never remember where things are around here. This place is such a maze. Sandip says hello. What can I do for you, Sable? Let's go through and review suspects. Who do you want to discuss? Yeah, machinist Hamza. Let's go through the case against Hamza. What's his motive? He owed money. He was in debt to the merchants. They sent people to ransack his workshop to frighten him into paying up. Does seem very likely. How did he do it? He had the security code and the key card. He understands machines. Doesn't make him guilty. He's a machinist. True. Merchant Ira. Ira is very powerful. We'd have a hard time building a strong case against her. What's her motive? Profit from the panic. Yes, people have definitely been stocking up since it happened. How did she do it? She got someone else to do it. That would make sense. She's definitely not the kind of person who would do the dirty work herself. I mean, Hamza does owe her money. I see. So she made him give her the key. Maybe you want to discuss Climber Gray. The thing is, like, if you actually think about it, it was probably all of them. Like, it was probably all of them, like, working together, which is why the evidence seems to point to all three of them. Because I could totally see it as being, it was Iraya's idea. Like, it was her plan, it was her plot. And she essentially blackmailed the machinist, I guess, to, like, go into the core, like, and unlock the door. You know, he would unlock the door and break the window. You know, he would break the glass from the inside, but he himself wouldn't actually take it. Although, this is the thing, like, why would you, if you had someone who had the key card, why would you need to break the window? But the window, I suppose the window was probably broken from the inside. That was a cover to say, oh no, we totally didn't have the key card. Because if they did... Yeah, okay, so it was like... Right, okay, I'm putting it together. It's like the climber went around, he unlocked the, like, internal door so that they could get into the core, and then the machinist used the key card to get into the actual core place, and he then disconnected it because it was too perfect. It was someone who knew how to disconnect the machine properly, because he didn't want to damage it long term. It makes the most sense if all three of them are actually guilty. You know? Which, I mean, assuming I can't just say, oh, it was all three of them, probably not an option. I guess Araya would be the really guilty party, because it was like her idea. You know, the other two were essentially pawns in her scheme. They are guilty, but it was her idea, so I don't know. So yeah, it's probably that the note and the feathers were just left. The feathers were as a sign of the climber. The note was a sign of the machinist. And they just basically covered for her. I mean, that would be my guess. It's a guess. But, you know. Anyway. What would his motive be? Someone paid him to do it. There's a bad reputation, and people say would do anything for money. That's a good lead. How? He's a climber. He climbed. It's possible. I'm surprised he managed it with slippery metal surfaces from the atomic heart. So those are the only three we've got. It was a group. You think it could have been a group effort? What's the motive? To bring down Ekria. Seems unlikely. The power being out is difficult. Yes, but it's a temporary one. Okay. See, he won't accept that it was actually a group of people. So I'm assuming... Yeah, okay, so we've only got those three people that we can get. We can't accuse that it was a group, even though it probably was. So yeah, I mean, you know, Hamza owes money to Ira, so Ira was like, okay, do me a favor, I'll cut off either some or all of your debt, fine. Gray, you know, he'll do anything for $1, so Ira's like, I'll pay you if you help Hamza do this. Gray got in there. He was the one who climbed through all the pipes and everything in the same way I did. He got sort of into the middle a bit, because there's like the outer bit, the middle bit, and then the core. He got into the inner bit, and then Hamza used his keycard to get into the core, cut everything loose. They dropped a note and feathers respectively, and then they smashed the window to make it look like, oh, this is totally where we got in, guys, even though it was blatantly smashed from the inside, so whoever it was clearly had the keycard. So, and it was all set up by Araya. I think that is the way I'm putting these pieces together in my head. Whether that's excuse me, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I'm going to blame her anyway, because here's the thing. Even if you discount all of that stuff, you know, Garay, he's just a drunk. He's just a lout. Doesn't really do anything. Hamza is a machinist who is clearly in debt, but I don't think he's a bad guy. But Araya was actually profiteering off the panic, you know? So, regardless of anything else, I think she's probably the guilty party just in general. So I'm going to pick her. I'm excited to explain how Araya benefited by rigging the markets after the power was lost in town. How she exploited the power cut to create scarcity to raise prices in people's desperation. Makes sense. My excitement is curtailed by the way Sansip sighs halfway through my explanation. I say that I don't think Araya herself did the crime, and he looks even more resigned. My case seems to be falling apart. It's a tricky situation. I can't arrest Araya. That's not how things work in Korea. Even if you had some kind of indisputable evidence, which you don't, this isn't going anywhere. I feel deflated. Did I miss something, or was this always a fool's errand? Thanks for your help anyway, Glider. Maybe it's best you don't tell anyone about our little discovery here. One last thing for your troubles. Take care, Sable. Right, so she's not even going to get fucking punished for it. Great. Well, that is a shocker. Rich person does crime, gets away with crime because rich. Right. So we got that. Now we need to... So there's the guards barrack. And let me know when you're ready to do this. Yes. Alright, so what exactly do we have to do here? Because, you know, I'm Batman. Is this all just a cutscene then? You know, I was thinking. Oh no, it's one of these. No, this one's interesting. Doubtful. I don't know. Tell me anyway. Listen to you is marginally better than the wind. Keep listening. Thank you. I was thinking about how I've seen plenty of Nemor plants, but I've never really thought about what's inside them. You know? What's inside a Nemor plant? It's glowing. Well, yes, obviously, I know it's glowing, but why? What causes the light? I don't know. Glowing stuff. Why do you think about these things? What's the point? I don't know. What do you think about? Normal things. Boring things, more like. God lapsed into silence. Time to make myself known. No! No, it's the shade! Run! Go, go, go! I'm buzzing with nervous excitement and maybe a touch of power. But I tell myself it's only to ensure that I give back the mask and continue my gliding. It's not the time to take up the mantle of vigilante. I approach the boy, who seems no worse for wear, and possibly even entertained by the guard's reactions. He waves. When I speak, I maintain the illusion. My voice is not quite so searing as the shades must have been, but it's a worthy effect. Loudly, I call him Son of Maz and declare that he is free to go and return to his father. What? Who are you? I tell him I am the Shade of Ecria, and I do a pose that might help him along. No, Maz is the Shade of Ecria, and he isn't my father. My father's dead. My heart stops. But Maz takes care of me. He takes care of all of us. My heart resumes beating. Did he send you? And he already seems to know. Yeah, Maz sent me. And did he really say I was his son? I nod. The boy laughs a little, with something like relief. He says that to us. Calls us sons and daughters, but I didn't know if he really meant it. Thank you. I'll get back to him now. Without another word, he's off. The eyes really don't need to move. Like, that seems like an unnecessary feature. It's creepy enough as is. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a normal mask on again. That's a tad on the creepy side even for me. End up setting off my tryptophobia. Maz's posture is softened when I see him again, like the weight is gone. He is happy. I ask if the boy returned to him, and he nods. Thank you. He's safe with his brothers and sisters. I ask him how many there are. Nearly a dozen. Orphans, all. And the kindest young people you'll ever meet. Being the Shade, I saw much of the city's true face, and I suppose I found an even more important role to play. I would have taken up the mask again myself, but if I was discovered, then what would happen to them, you know? I tell him I understand, and I think Maz is far more helpful than the Shade. He shrugs. Perhaps, but why didn't you keep the mask? There might be a use for the Shade yet. Farewell, Glider. Ooh. Lovely. Well, okay then. Alright. So one thing I do want to do is I want to walk back to here. I've been literally meaning to do this for like 3 hours, like in the game time. In fact, not even in game time, and like in terms of like actual me playing this game. I've been meaning to do this for 3 hours because I keep meaning to take this stuff back and trade it all in. What is that? Ooh, I don't know, but I picked it up. Apparently it could have talked, but it didn't. It's a dusk firefly. That's neat. So there's one up there too. It's a new collectible. You've got to collect collectibles. That's the point of collecting collectibles. That's why they're collectibles. You collect them. Ooh. Greetings, Glider. What can I do for you? No, not you then. Who was the guy who wanted the scrap metal? I know someone did. Well, you were the one who gave me that quest to fix the windmill, which I did. Utari greets me warmly. How can I help? Utari's delight is obvious, and they see it even in my approach. They radiate with energy. You did it! Thank you, and well done, both of you. Did you have much trouble? Well... well, you made it back unharmed and bright, so whatever the trouble, it was a hindrance only. Remember that next time something looks to be a trouble. Now for your, well, I won't say reward. Now for what you're owed. Hooray! Produce a machinist badge, holding it out for me to take. You may have been late in coming, but here you are, where you're meant to be. I give you this badge not only in recognition of what you have been and what you have done, but in honor of one of many possibilities. That you may, if you so choose, become one of us, who speaks to unheard languages of Simoon and her vast connections. This badge is but one, and you will need to earn more from others who carry them. But if and when you do, the caster will know that you have chosen, and you may wear the mask of the machinist. I thank Utari for it, and tell him I have much to consider, but just for the moment I hear the faintest ringing in my left ear, distant and deep, like a river below the sands. Listen. Oh yeah, you're the guy who will actually... So how many things have I got in that sense? So I got 3 cartographer's badges. That could get me a cartographer mask. Got a climbing badge, a guard badge, and a machinist badge. The atmosphere in the tent is intense, uncomfortable. I show my cartographer badges to the mask caster. The cartographer's mask. Okay. That's a very strange looking mask. Mask fitting the cartographer's guild, the mental instruments pivoting around the mask function to allow cartographers to calibrate devices to use the map out unexplored areas. Well, there we go then. Okay, well that's one mask at least. I don't remember who it was who... Hello, Sable. Do you recognize my voice? Jaddy, the very sound of her reaches into my chest and curls warmly, cozily around my heart. I'm only kidding with you. One never gets a voice that first assigned them chores. Hope you've been enjoying your gliding and seeing the world at your own pace. I expect you've been good and well behaved on your travels. And I hope you've also tried being a little bad. Not rude or unkind, but I hope you've bent a few rules and known the small joys of sneaky little secrets. Perhaps I have bent some rules once or twice, or possibly I've just felt like I have, which I think is probably the best part of being a little bad anyway. I'll be brief, Sable, because even though my heart could pour itself out for hours, I don't want you standing out there for too long. We've returned to the Ewer, all of us. Our period of grazing has ended, and we're back precisely where you left us, though I think a little calmer than we were in those last few days. There's absolutely no rush to return, and if you're having a wonderful time out there, I hope you keep it up. The gliding is yours to extend. But if and when you are ready, know that we are waiting for you with arms that will welcome you regardless of your decision. Now I should go. Hilal is giving us a little poetry reading, but you're sorry to miss that. See you at the gliding's end at the Ewer. Take care. Recording ends, but I still whisper a goodbye to Jaddy as though she can hear me. It's difficult not to feel a pull to go to her, and to them straight away, but I can tell even in the tone that there is no undue pressure in it, or poorly hidden hope. When I'm ready to end my gliding, I will go back to the Ibexy. Yeah, so now I've got a mask that I can, have traded in and can use as my future. I can technically, I'm assuming, end the game at any point. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, and that is indeed fun. Okay, so we got a couple of things down here I wanted to look at. Yeah, who the hell was it who... Alton. Who is that? Where are you? Oh, that's right. It was this guy down here, wasn't it? Alton barely looks up at me. How's scrap collecting coming? Sell scrap metal. Is that it? I've had everything I found for him, handing it over piece by piece. Though when I scrapped him, Alton managed to look surprised with only the smallest shift of his shoulders. You got all that? I nod. Trying to fast track things, huh? Very glider of you, but I can't say I mind. Alton digs around his pockets to produce a few scraps of metal, some lint, and 3 scrapper badges. He slides them my way across his desk. That what you came for then? I tell him I came to give him scrap, but that is a rather nice little bonus. Like the attitude. Scrap's the real work. Badges are... what's the word? Nice to have? Useless. On their own, at least. But, just like scrap, you can melt them down to something decent. A mask. You'd make a pretty good scrapper's apprentice, you know. If you can find someone willing to take you on. He laughs. I'm kidding. You're good. I'd be happy to have you on my team someday. Take the final badge from Elton and thank him very earnestly, which I think he really hates. We don't get all weepy about it. It's not some big moment, and I'll still be here if you got scrap to sell. See you around, Sable. I'm annoyed because there's clearly a pot in there, but I can't get into it. Right, let's head that way, shall we? Apparently I got 3 on the map. No, apparently there's 1 there for some reason. Don't need that anymore. So yeah, I think we're doing alright. We're getting badges here, there, and everywhere. Let you, whatever you are. Why have I just got a random ping in the middle of nowhere? Did I drop that by accident at some point? I may have just put that down by accident at some point. I do that occasionally. Because, you know, I'm an idiot. Maybe I meant to put it in something behind it, but... Thing is, I'm pretty sure that's in an area I haven't been in yet. I marked that on the map. Oh, is it too far away? Damn it. Yeah, that is clearly very south. I'll tell you what, I'll easily be able to see it from here, so... What the hell? Sorry. Yeah, that one I've been to. Oh, hello. Still don't know what your guys are about, but there we go. Oh, the chum layer, you say? Well, I think I found out what to do with them. That's lucky. Which is more or less... I could be wrong, but that is more or less dead center of the whole sodding map. Maybe a little bit north of that, but... Huh, curious. I don't know how to get up there, assuming I even can. Because it is like... Oh, hello. Ah! Not supposed to get up on the outside. That explains it. Actually, a lot of chum. Upon seeing the frankly humongous chum holding up the remains of an ancient stone tower, I nearly jump out of my skin. Before I collect myself, I hear a voice cooing in my head. Ah, hello, wanderer. Please, don't be frightened. The giant chum cocks his head at me and chirps. Are you talking to me? I realize I ask this question, it is for my own benefit. I am talking to you as much as I am able to talk. And you're able to perceive my thoughts. But I assure you, I am as real as you are. I hear you are carrying some of my children. I can feel the eggs squirming in my satchel at their mention. I relax suddenly, comforted by the absurdity of the situation. Your name is old and vast, like the desert. I mouth the syllables as it chirps silently. Sable. How beautiful. I don't have a name as such, but I am the Queen of the Chums. You may call me Queen Chum, or Chum Queen, as you prefer. I bow my head politely. Honor to meet you. The Queen seems surprised by my formality. Oh my, such a proper little human. Well, you being here feels very lucky indeed. Perhaps you could help us. Our eggs are scattered throughout the desert, but they need to be planted somewhere safe. Bring them here, little one, and I will be able to give you something for your favor. My answer comes without hesitation. A big yes. You're a kind little slug, aren't you? I think I'm going to like you, Sable. To start things off, bring me 5 eggs. I have them already. You've been busy. So many of us together already. Excellent work, young Sable. The Queen coos at me while her gentle voice resonates in my head. How fortunate of you to take an interest in us. I found myself smiling at this magnanimous compliment. You're a rare specimen in this age. Did I just get a stamina increase? Yes. Yes, I did. What did I say? I knew there was going to be a way to increase your stamina in this game. Well now, you've got me all emotional. Lucky for you, the cheers of a chum carry great power. But I suggest you keep that information to yourself. I nod solemnly, sparing her any elaboration on her suggestion. The tear feels like a gift. I feel stronger, more resilient. Bring me 15 eggs next. I can do that. I greet the Queen Chum. Queen asks me if I have her eggs. I do. Young Sable, so kind of you to visit again. You've helped us become quite the little collective. Her imagined voice is like a cool tower in the back of my neck. All of the little ones you brought home are so thrilled to be part of the family now. There's another half. Excellent. Good. That means I can actually now climb better, obviously. Also means I can run further, which will be really helpful. Because there are a few places where I'm like, well, I obviously don't have the stamina to climb up here yet. You've spared them a life of solitude and distant wanderings. They are so grateful, even now in their youth. I feel the power of the Queen's tears buzzing within me, even as I hold back my own. Now, I'll need 20 eggs from you. Oh, I think I got them too. I greet the Queen Chum. Do I have her eggs? I do. Because I think I had 51, and that takes me up to 40. So we'll see what's next. Queen wriggles as she greets me silently. You've brought my children home. This is a true kindness. Us chums are not often on the receiving end of such thoughtfulness. Your dedication to us is truly a boon. Though my face is covered, I'm sure the Queen can feel my immense smile. What a genuine smile you have. Oh, stop. I'm getting emotional again. I wonder what these doors are for. So I've only got 11 now, so whatever number it is probably will not be enough. Ooh, that way. That's strange. The Queen coos at her brood. They do seem happy here, though I'm not sure how I can tell. I feel even stronger now with another Queen's tear. Another 20, please. Well, I'm afraid I don't have that many. I've only got... yeah, 11. So if I get another 9 at least. Can I open these doors, or... might be rewards for later on, I guess. Seems to be boxes in there. Yeah, looks like treasure boxes. Excellent! Well, that's 3 stamina boosts at once. I'm really glad I went out of my way to get all those chums. There it goes down like that. It goes down like that. Wow, I can really just book it now, can't I? That's brilliant. That's so good. But how much actual climbing I can get done with this? I'm glad they gave you a way to increase your stamina, because it had been so long of me just trying to, I was starting to wonder if maybe they never were. But they did, and I'm happy. Ooh. I'm happy about that. Ooh. Hey, 100 cuts. No argument from me. A lot of cuts. Okay, now I'm definitely going to be going out of my way to get as many of those as I can. For obvious reasons at this point. That bang in the middle, huh? Okay. Looks like there might be something here too. Can't seem to see that at this distance. Right, where the hell is my vehicle? No, I parked it somewhere and I don't remember where. Thing is, I probably won't be able to find all the chums without using a guide because I'm pretty sure some of them are going to be quite well hidden at this point. There you are. Okay, well, looking at the time, it's 5 o'clock. So I think we'll continue off with some exploring, because we've got a few of these things. A few of these random things to do. I don't know, I might have to look into that. Oh yeah, I need a shiny mask for that, whatever the bloody hell that means. So that's good. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff now. Really just gathering up things. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep exploring. Maybe we'll go and have a look at that. We'll get you on the map, see what's what in this section, which is quite a chunky one actually. And yeah, we'll see where we just go from here now, because yeah, I think back to the exploring phase. Anyway, back in a minute, guys. And we're back. Okay then. So let's see. Yeah, I think we'll head down to you first. So come on, get in the car. Woohoo! Oh, hello. Yep, I'm gonna stop and get every single chum egg I can, because I hope I can climb up past this. Looks like that's a yes. Proper pedigree. Yes, I know. The game assuming it's the first time I should have been going down here or something. Maybe. Ooh, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What was that? What was that? God, the game does that sometimes. They'll just randomly start making weird sound effects. Is that a volcano? Hi guys, mind if I drop in? Ooh, Hercules beetle nest. Cool. I don't see many Hercules beetles, but I guess I can take your word for it at least. Oh, is that the nest? What is that? And why is it doing that? No, really, what are these things and why are they doing what they're doing? Is this like a smoke bomb? Okay, yeah, that's a big beat. Ooh. Oh, apparently you really like me when I'm got this. That's random. I think this was a mistake. Alright, well, we're in, so I guess we needed 3 of these, didn't we? So I'm assuming this like used to be a town and then it got taken over by the beetles. But like, was it taken over by the beetles because they just sort of showed up one day, or did people abandon this place and then the beetles showed up? I actually don't know. But I'll need to keep an eye out for that. After we find this 3rd husk. Not you, is it? There it is. Well, that's one quest at least. We can turn that in. I'm assuming this is... yeah, okay. But there's nothing actually up here, is there? But then the question isn't so much... is there anything directly up at... ah, there's that. Okay. All that is only fucking 20? What's wrong with you people? Alright, so when that hits 60, then we can head back. Huh. It's an old worn-out notepad by the tent. After all my journeying, my path inside the nest is blocked. The Hercules beetle, she blocks the way and refuses to move. Continue to flip through the scroll of notes. I'm at my wit's end. The creature sleeps and will not move. I have tried attacking the beast, but its shell is hard as metal. She does not even acknowledge me. There are further notes. There is an unusual plant that has overgrown the tower across from the nest. I plan to investigate this. The smaller beetles seem attracted to the plant. Final scroll on the back of the book. Climb was extremely troubling. If only I had old gliding stone still. Nevertheless, I made it. Holding that fruit that grows on the giant plant seems to agitate, emit harmless gases of some kind. Beetles seem to gather around it as I do so. I will test my theory with the mother. Right, so that was supposed to be my clue to being all like... You know, I keep seeing these dotted around, and I don't know if that's just like a plant thing, or if it's actually like, hey, there's something here. I hope not, because I've seen those so, like, all over the place, I'd never be able to find them all again. Okay, so I think that was it. We got the 3 beetle things that I needed, so that's good. There's a quest we can cross off the list. I don't know where I even got that quest. Was it? Yeah, okay, it was up there. So I had a feeling as much. Alright, let's head off to get the next map piece, because these things are often a bit more complicated than just rocking up and getting the map. Also, it seems to be very mountainous, this area. I think I see where that's going. A lot of dead bones around here. Ah, well. There's that random noise again. I really wish I knew what the hell that was, because it freaks me the fuck out every single time. In fact, it looks like there's a lot on top of these. I'm not sure if I like that. That means it's going to involve a lot of fucking climbing. Nice. Hello. However, greets me slowly, like they're not sure if I'm really there or not. What? Oh, right. Hello. You've come a long way, haven't you, Glider? The voice wavers a bit. Welcome to the Black Sea Hakoa. I ask if they're alright. Better than alright, I'm brilliant. I'll buy a map. Apparently I can't. What the hell? Why can't I buy a map? You actually go nearby. Of course, you'll find shelter at Seven Sisters Station. Not sure if you'll find any sisters though, let alone 7 of them. Glowworm Cave is a magical place. You must make some time for that now you're here. Weird as anything, you'll love it. There's something really special about the Crystal Plateau, though I wasn't able to get my balloon out, but it doesn't mix well with lightning, you see. Why can I not... I can sell shit, but apparently I can't buy things? That's weird. What if the game's bugging out? That's the chum place. Sure I saw... See, I don't know why I can't get my... That's weird. Huh. I'm wondering if something's bugged or glitched or something. Tell you what, let me quit to the main menu. If I make a save here. Might kick it up the ass. If not, that's going to be very annoying. I mean, the other option is restarting the whole game, of course, but... For every single game I've played lately, it's had bugs in it. It's been annoying as hell. Oh, fingers crossed. Hello, are you working now? There it is. I wonder if that woman that I almost got arrested, she didn't have anything in her inventory when I talked to her, but still seemed to work. Anyway. Excellent. That's more like it. Ooh, whoa. That's weird. Alright, what do we got? Got something there. Something there. Might be something there. Yeah, we've sort of put that on the map already. Okay. Interesting. So, where do we start? I guess we'll go this way and see what these are, assuming I even can, of course. Also does mean I can go back to the sort of salt flats area and check that, because there was a bunch of statues I couldn't get to there because I couldn't climb high enough. Now, please stop doing that. Now I probably can. I think that was one of the many things I couldn't quite climb up to before. Whoa. Okay, that was a bit bigger than I was expecting. And hey, there's smoke. Which implies there's someone up here. Oh god. Yeah, there definitely is someone up here. I wasn't expecting that. Bridge of the Betrayed. Ooh. Alright, let's see what we got. Seems we can almost certainly climb this thing. At least I assume that's the point. Okay. Is there anybody here? Is this whole place just abandoned? Because it looks like there's supposed to be people here, but there aren't? Hmm. Come here, you. I'm willing to bet there's probably going to be 100 of these in total. Seems about the right number. Oops, there's another one. Get all the chums. Oh, hello. There is someone here. Elizabeth greets me. Ah, you decided to join me. Oh yes, I remember you. We did agree to meet at the bridge, didn't we? I wanted to see you. I wanted to see the view. I forgot you. Yeah, I forgot you'd be here, but I wanted to see you. Tell Elizabeth that I wanted to see her again. So here I am for our second hello. She seems to like that. Gives me a little pat on the arm. I wanted to see you too. Didn't have any trouble with the climb, did you? I tell her no and asked how she managed. Been keeping pretty spry all these years. Not to mention the view, all the motivation an old ladybird like me needs. Thank you though, little glider. You're a good one. Here, I'd like to give you this with my gratitude. Given our present location, it does seem a little on the nose perhaps, but... Ooh, God badge. With a quick nod to the great statue looming behind her, Elizabeth hands me a guard badge. Flipping it over in my hands. Rubbing my thumb across its face, I thank her for it. Oh, just a little token, but I suppose it's also something to think about on your gliding. Huh? The guard's life's treated me well enough, and if you ever fancy giving it a go, that badge gets you one step closer. I picture myself in a guard's mask. It is odd, but not absurd. Would I be any good? Take care now, friend. Perhaps I'll see you along my next travels. I think about a visit to the wash, you know, if you ever happen to glide on by. I cheerfully promise her I will keep an eye out. One more thing, if you do go the guard route... I perk up. She turns and gestures to the statues again. Aim to be the one with the high ground. What? The way he's angled, fellow coming up from the bottom, doesn't stand a chance. Is that a Star Wars reference? Probably is. Everything's a Star Wars reference these days. Right. Ooh. Ooh. 100 cuts. Snazzy. Alright, that's a mask in there. Guess we gotta work out how to get to it. Oh, no, never mind. I feel a suggestion enter my mind. Unknown. When the swords cross, stand face to face. bouldering trousers. Okay. When the swords cross, stand face to face. That was random. I really wish it wouldn't do that randomly. It's very disturbing. I don't think I'm gonna make this. Nope. There is a bloody thing up there too. Damn it. Well, at least the... Oh, I was going to say, at least the sun's coming up. Nope, that's the moon. Hey, made it. Somehow. Just about. Hey, there's the 60 I need. Right. So what's this all about? When the swords cross. Because there's that. So is this literally a case of wait for the right time? Because there is that. So I guess it's a case of just stand here and wait. There's no wait button though. Not like I can just... I can't imagine that they cross. I don't want to just up and leave, you know, because I feel like, well, it could happen at any time. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what time would the swords cross? And where would they cross? Like, is it like we have to wait for the sun to be in just the right position? Because it's like 2 AM now. I don't actually know, like, how long it takes for a day to pass. A while? Definitely. I mean, I suppose technically I can walk back here anytime I want, but I don't know where the hell it would drop me off. Probably at the very bottom of the place. Right, so we've got a few things to look at. Here, there, and everywhere. We've only got 2 more areas left to explore. I think we're getting on okay. I don't even know if this would be worth the wait. Probably more clothes, or... I mean, could maybe be a special mask, but I doubt it. Where even is this moon right now? There it is. Well, it is going down. We know that that's north. Which means the sun would rise over there and have to go... So it would probably... If... It's probably sometime noon and beyond. That's assuming I'm even getting it right. I don't remember seeing any like buttons or switches I could press. How would these swords cross, even as a shadow? I mean, the sun would have to be over there, and it would shine down, like, here or something? I don't know. I'm probably overthinking this. The sun is rising now. Let's just stand here and wait, I guess. Stand face to face, it says, and the sun will rise up eventually, I guess. So I kind of figured, oh, maybe it's got something to do with the shadow has to hit that little mark up there, but I think actually I don't think it ever could. I think if it's going to hit at any point, it would hit sometime in the morning, when the shadow, like, just hits the ground elsewhere, but that's a very particular point. I don't know if I'm wasting my time doing this or what. I mean, this is like the ultimate idea of brute forcing, where I'm literally just going to stand here until the game says, yep, that's a good point. I'm also just waiting for the sun to, like, appear over the top of the building there, so I can watch it slowly rise. I mean, we're already at 7, so... See, time doesn't move that slowly, but it's slow enough. Now, like, I'm starting to see the light hitting bits of the statue here and there. So that's good. Yep, we got light in here. Even better. I think it's like 1 minute equals 1 hour. That is very typical of things like this. No indication of an actual time. Oh, there we go. Apparently now. Hooray, I'm glad I didn't have to wait too long. Because apparently it was about 8 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, monumental stone boots. They have somehow withstood the test of time, avoiding centuries of sandblasting it into a smooth nothingness. The richer items glow magnificently. Lovely. So yeah, I can only imagine it's like a shadow on the floor somewhere. Yeah, look. So yeah, it's about like 8:30, give or take. Roughly. For a considerable length of time. I don't know if it's going to close up now or as the shadow moves away. So yeah, the leeway is pretty generous, I will say. Alright, well that's good. I'm glad that worked. Okay, well that means, sorry, you know, wasting a little bit of time there, but worth it in the end, I think. And I think that'll do it for today. So yeah, we've made some good progress. We got a whole bunch of quests done. We're already got, let's see, we got 1 mask proper. We've got a few other miscellaneous masks, so that's good. We got enough for a scrapper's mask. We're close to a machinist, close to guard. We still need to work on the climbing badge a bit, but we'll get there when we get there. So I think we're doing okay. Do need a lot more money though for bike parts, but I'm kind of happy with the bike I got. I don't think bike parts actually do anything. Again, I think it's just an aesthetical choice. It's like your clothes don't actually make you a better climber, even if it says, oh, this is climbing gear. It doesn't actually make you a better climber. It's just how you want to look, you know? Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.